if he is your captain of the ship, he will navigate your ship in such a way that you will reach safely to the shore, which is the journey of your life. One is to silence the mind, no matter where you are. You start living in a space of heightened awareness. In that heightened sense of awareness, you will start responding, not reacting. He's this one guru who just appears.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
magic.
I have
I call him a
experienced.
jadugar.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes, yes.
He is a jadugar.
And he has that Jadu ka potli
Yes,
also, no?
he has his jhola, which is full of magic.
Full of
Full of
magic.
magic.
Hey, beautiful people, we bring to you yet another episode of Deep Talks. And as we promised y'all to bring in beautiful people with beautiful energies, having deep conversations from which y'all can gather a lot and take back with you a lot of information, knowledge, spirituality, and understand how life can be lived in a better way. So here today we have Shilpa Akolkar Tejura. She's a head designer at Mama and Baby Maternity and Infant Fashion and Funshine Girls. She also does a lot of seva in a Sai temple at Churchgate. Yeah. She's one of the most beautiful people I have seen, and her love for Sai is really contagious, and I also get a little bit of this beautiful energy where I also feel my love increasing whenever I talk to Shilpa. So that is why I bring her with you all to kind of take back with you this love that she has for Sai so that we can love Sai more.
Thank you, Anita. I think that is just Baba's energy. His energy is
Yes.
of love. And I think that is really what brings us together. He brings his people together. That is how he works. It's very, very typical of Baba.
Yes.
He does that.
Tell me, Shilpa, how is your love for Sai so deep? Like it's impeccable.
What can I say? For me, because I think I've always experienced his magic, his miracles. His ways are mysterious, but his ways are wonderful. And through my life, I keep experiencing that. I can give you a little example of my equation with Baba. So say you're invited to a function, and you're really thirsty. And then you have all sorts of fancy drinks, and you have, fruit juices and mocktails and this and that, nowadays, all of those. And then you have like water, pure water. And I always drink that glass of pure water. And I always choose that over the others because nothing quenches my thirst like it. Yeah? And that is my equation with Baba. Nothing fulfills my soul or quenches my life's thirst other than Shirdi Sai Baba.
That's so beautiful
just
and
the
so
way it
well
is.
explained.
Thank you.
It's like the elixir of life.
Yes.
Like once you've tasted it, I don't think you can really, like anything else after that. You don't
wouldn't
need
want
anything.
To. You don't
need
want to.
anything.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did you connect to Sai Baba? Like, was it since birth? Did your family believe in it? How did this go?
I think in this life, it's right from my birth. Having said that, it would obviously be because of many last time births. I grew up in my childhood home in Kulaba, and we had Baba's photos and murtis everywhere in the house, like in every room.
Oh, wow.
And I love looking at him. In fact, I would do that, and I still do it every single day of my life. I wake up in the morning, I look at him, I smile, and I say, "Thank you, Baba, for this beautiful day," because life itself is a gift, and we have to be very grateful for it. And time is actually all you have, right? I mean, use it well. And I love talking to Baba because he's like my best friend. That's how it's always been. So I'm very grateful for that connect.
It's
That
good
is
to
what
hear
it is.
that when you begin your day with the gratitude to the Lord.
Absolutely.
I think your entire day will go so well. It's so important to get up and have this 2 seconds of this connection with him, and it's like your whole day sorted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because life is not yours, right? It is a gift from him. It
That's
is a
so
gift from
beautiful.
him.
It's a gift from Sai.
It is a gift from Baba.
That's what I love talking to you about, because it gives us so much of, like these sentences, like, you take back with you, and it's like, yes, it's a gift from Sai. This
Yeah,
life is a
It
gift.
is the truth, It's just the profound truth. It is. Even the poorest man cannot tell, God that, let me take a few breaths less. And nor the richest man on the planet can buy a few more breaths, right? It is only his. The gift is only his.
How important is a guru in one's life?
Very, very, very vital. Very important. He is like the captain of your ship. Consider yourself as a passenger on a beautiful luxury liner, or whatever you want, a yacht, or whatever kind of mode of transport, but in the ocean. And then, the ocean is the ocean of Maya. It's filled with, sharks and fish, and sometimes tempestuous weather, harsh winds, torrential rains, all of that. If he is your captain of the ship, he will navigate your ship in such a way that you will reach safely to the shore, which is the journey of your life. So it's extremely important.
Yes, that is so true, because even especially when you're, not only living your life that we have been given, even if you have come here for ascension, if you have come here for spiritual growth,
Absolutely.
there are going to be so many wrong paths.
There will be
that
challenges,
challenges.
Right? Because you have to conquer.
Yes.
So to conquer, pahad to aayenge, mountains will come.
Mountains will
But you
come,
don't have
wrong
to-
paths will come,
They're all-
misunderstandings will come. They'll, to get us out of this, to show us what is the right way,
Absolutely.
and to keep giving us this, when he holds our hand, it's just so much easier.
Absolutely.
So much easier.
Absolutely. So you need him to navigate. He
So a guru
navigates.
is always important. They say, no, he's a light.
Absolutely. He is like
He's
the
a light.
lighthouse.
Yes.
What did in olden days, there was no GPS and all that, right? People looked at the lighthouse. They got signs from the lighthouse. They knew how to navigate the ship.
He's the
The
GPS also,
physical-
no?
Yes,
For
he is the absolute GPS
in the
of your
words
life
today.
path. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Yes, truly, he is. He
Yeah.
is. Yes.
So tell me, how do you connect to him personally? Like, do you talk to him? Do you hear his voice? Do you get it in thoughts? How do you discern this is science message to me, or these are my thoughts?
So it's actually very simple, but it's a sadhana. So you have to work towards that sadhana. Baba talks, he speaks volumes. He speaks volumes. But for that, there are two things essential. One is to silence the mind, no matter where you are, no matter what is going on around you. The mind has to be silenced. And dhyan is to Baba. What happens with this is you start living in a space of heightened awareness. So no matter what is going around you, you will start understanding. You see, understanding is a very, very, very important aspect of life.
Yes.
In any relationship, in any terms of work, any circumstances, situations, if you have an understanding of what's going on, there's a heightened sense of awareness. In that heightened sense of awareness, you will start responding, not reacting. Sometimes the best response can also be silence. So when you start living that way, messages will appear magically. They can be
Truly.
in sign forms. They can be just people coming into your life. There are no coincidences. So say you are having a situation and then, or you have something and then you need to tide it through. You go down your lift. You haven't seen this neighbor since 15 years probably. You know how Bombay life, city lives
Yeah.
can be. And then suddenly they see you. Suddenly some topic starts. Suddenly there's this whole thread.
Yes.
Suddenly the answers are there.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
It's
truly.
like Baba's chapter Kaka Sahib Dikshit's maid in the Sai Satcharitra.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
The maid is teaching the Katha Upanishad.
Yes.
Isha Upanishad.
Yes.
How powerful is that?
Yes.
So people will appear. There'll be signs. There'll be words. Sometimes you'll just see a signboard.
On a signboard,
and
yes.
you'll see you'll be
A
your
caption.
attention will focus only on a certain word, and you will realize, yes, this resonates. Yes, this is the answer. It's like Einstein, Eureka. You know what I
The
mean?
aha
And that's
moment.
Baba. It's Baba. Yeah?
Yeah.
But you have to tune into that. You have to understand that you have to do a lot of dhyan for that.
Yeah.
That is your effort. That is my effort. Yes. Yes.
So they say, when you have a guru in your life,
Yes.
then your blueprint doesn't hold any importance. There is, you don't need an astrologer. You don't need, to wear any, these rings they wear or to go to a tarot reader or anything, basically. So when you have a guru, he's leading your life. That's how it is said. Is
Correct.
that true? Do you believe that? How does it work in your life?
So, if you're asking me personally, yes. For me, Baba is my guru. He's my rakshak. He's my protector. He's my guide. He's my light. But you have to make effort. You have to make effort. 100% he will guide you no matter what. Even in the smallest corner of planet Earth, he will guide. He will show you. Baba has this remarkable, he's this one guru who just appears. He's magic. You know, I call him a jadugar.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
He is a jadugar.
And he has that jadu ka potli
Yes,
also, no?
he has his jhola, which is full of magic.
Full of magic.
And he himself is magic.
Yes.
So definitely he
Leads your life?
he leads in many ways. He guides you. He guides you. He will like what you said, you have a blueprint. We are all born with a blueprint, but a lot of prayer so you're born
Change.
with a destiny and a free will. Destiny is what you're born with, whatever
Yes.
you want to call it, karma, karmic accumulation, whatever you want to call it. Your free will is the choices you have.
Yes.
Now, those choices you have or the choices you make can alter a lot.
Yes.
And with the grace of a guru, because he will ensure that you are making those right choices.
Yes.
He'll bring around those circumstances.
Yes.
If you're in a heightened state of awareness, you're like, okay, I know this is happening. I know you're doing this.
Yes.
You know. If you're not also, it's fine. He's doing it anyways.
Yes.
And the choices will be altered and therefore define a better future for you.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And I have loads of examples, not just in my life, people coming up
Yes.
to me, sharing, I could be sitting at some airport in some obscure place abroad and I'll have somebody come next to me. There will be some connect of Baba. There'll be a conversation. So he typically works like that. So
Yes.
remember, there are no coincidences. And everything, no one comes in your life.
Without
Right.
a reason.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence.
Never.
Tell me, what is important? Surrendering to him or manifesting with him?
So for me, I have a very simple mantra in life, which I follow. Do your best. Do your best. Like really, if you want something or you're working towards a goal, or even if it's your prayer, your sadhana, or if it's something to do in terms of goal or work or finance, whatever, give it your best.
True.
But leave the rest to him.
Yeah.
I surrender that way. My surrender is not like, oh, okay, I'm sitting, like in the Satcharitra Baba said, sitting on your cot,
Yeah.
you will get food and shelter, but you have to make effort.
Yes.
So understand that. And then leave the rest to him because many times he is wanting to do 100-folds of what you're even imagining or thinking. So sometimes you feel, how come I'm doing this and it's not happening? And then you wait it out for a year. I'm just giving you a classic example. And I'm like, oh my God, wow.
True.
So he is guiding you through so many things. So
Yeah.
many times a small thing may happen, but he is removing so much more. You have no idea.
Oh, yes, I truly believe that.
You know, you
I
have
truly believe
no
that.
idea, like, how much he has removed
If
by
you
that
feel this
small
is a
thing.
lot, imagine how much he must
Yeah,
have
because see,
helped.
people forget, na?
Yeah.
We're all recycled here.
Yeah,
Huh? So past lives and all, you've forgotten. But
Correct.
he knows.
he knows.
He knows, right? So he's very kind. And he
Yeah.
removes. Small things you have to bear, because how will you grow?
Yes.
You have to grow through what you go through.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's the journey.
Yes.
That's the journey.
I truly believe that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I have seen it, experienced it. That he takes a lot on himself. He takes a
Yes.
lot of our pain. He holds us through the pain. He holds your
Absolutely.
hand through the whole
Yeah.
thing. It is like magical.
Yeah,
Being
and
with him is magical.
it's something like when some people say, "Oh, I'm doing all of this and I don't know where is Baba." So I said, "You can't see him because he's carrying you."
Yeah. Any
carrying
magical
you.
experience you
Yeah.
have felt personally, which you can tell the audience, which they can relate to, or it can help them understand life in a better way?
So many, many, many. One is not enough, but I will share you one profound one in my life. So I went to Jai Hind College as an FIJC student. And in those days, this most popular ice cream parlor was Yankee Doodle.
Yes, yes, I
It
remember.
was literally 2 buildings away from college.
Yes,
And, we
yes.
all had this pocket money. And we were like, okay, we go in the break. We're going to have that, there was... I don't know, different lovely ice creams.
Flavors,
Yeah,
yes.
yum, choco chick and whatnot. And, it was like, imagine this with swings and, you're overlooking Marine Drive.
Yes,
It
I
was
remember.
like
We
paradise.
also used to
Yeah,
go there.
It was the most popular place ever. I guess one of those in our growing years. And, we friends decided, okay, after the lecture, we're going to walk there. And we were walking there and I heard this bell. And this bell was not just like a bell. It was like, this sound is inviting me, pulling me
Pulling
to
you.
come. So it's literally like my friends walk straight ahead and I just took a right. And like a Pied Piper or whatever you want to call it. It was a state of trance, literally.
Wow.
And I was just pulled. And very much right there next to my college, I went towards that bell and I'm standing and I'm looking at the most beautiful Sai Mandir, most gorgeous and brilliant, I would say. And I'm mesmerized. I'm just looking. And I met Saima, who's, this whole mandir was her life's honor, literally, I would say. Her entire life was dedicated to Baba and this mandir. And I did the aarti. It was amazing, my connect with her. And I started doing seva there regularly. And, I realized, I said, yeah, this is Baba because I was a good student, so I'd got admission into all the good colleges. But I said, yeah, he made me choose Jai Hind. And he made me hear this bell so that I can do his seva regularly.
Yes, yes.
And so it brings to notice divine timing. That timing was a divine timing because the bell had to pull me. I had to come here. I had to do that seva. I had to do the aarti. And so my spiritual journey...
Began then.
No, it had already begun, but it got very rapid and intense.
Huh.
It was very intense and rapid. And, I am born a joyous soul, but I think doing seva filled my heart with so much divine joy. I got this
Wow.
whole urja, what you call energy. I wanted to share this joy. I was like brimming, okay? And I think anything in your life where you do something beyond yourself is so fulfilling to your own heart, and it also fulfills your higher purpose, knowingly or unknowingly, and that will transmute.
Correct.
So I think this is a very, very magical, miraculous moment which I'm sharing with you.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
It is truly, I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
I could feel the vibes there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell me, you were telling me about your story with about your mother and having her faith in Baba.
Yes.
And, that was a very magical story. Like when I was listening to it, I was like, wow, this needs to be going to the audience.
So-
She is so
Very
beautiful.
pure soul.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So, my mom, my ai, because I'm born Maharashtrian, She was very, very, very devout and very pure soul. She was born on Datta Jayanti, and she crossed over into the divine light on Guru Purnima. Baba took her extremely gracefully, pain-free, beautifully, like an angel. And she would always say, no matter what she went through in her life and her personal space, that no matter what difficulties come, we must increase our prayer.
Oh, yes.
And we must understand that Baba is our Rakshak. He is our protector. And he will tide us through. So she had this faith in Sai. And no matter what was happening around her, she still served everyone with love. You know, her love would not diminish. She would never complain. She would not complain to Baba, why this happened to me and all that. In fact, she would say that, you know, he is lightening up so many of our karmas. And so many karmas he just burns, destroys in his dhuni in one shot. There are experiences.
Oh, yes. I truly believe in that because...
there are personal experiences. There are experiences people share.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes in that 1 second that karma is, you know, in his dhuni, in Dwarka Mai.
Yes.
It is destroyed just like that. Can you imagine lifetime's karmas? How much he lightens it up. That lightening up is 100%. So when you're living in that state of gratitude, she would always live in a lot of grace and gratitude and mercy. He's too merciful.
It's so important to have parents who have this kind of faith. It helps us to build a lot of faith, and it's a good conditioning, the sanskaras, you know, that comes downloading to us. And it's always also said that when parents pray and when parents are doing good karmas, it downloads to the children, you know, the essence of that plus the grace.
Absolutely.
We also download a lot of this goodness to the children.
Absolutely.
They also clear their negativity if they're in some problems.
It's a learning.
Our prayers at some time would help us, our kids, you
prayers
know, somewhere.
Prayers never wasted.
Yeah.
They are an energy.
Yes.
I say like how people, you know, when you start earning, and you'll spend something, you'll save something, you'll have a bank balance. Prayers are your energy bank balance.
Yes,
yeah?
True.
So they never go wasted.
Yes.
You may think sometimes that, oh, I think my prayer is being unanswered. I'm not getting what I want. Because you may not necessarily, like I said, know what's best for you sometimes. And he's protecting you from something. But it always fructifies. Prayer always fructifies.
I believe that too. Yeah. And I have seen it. I've seen that all the prayers are answered. But yes, timing is his.
Timing is his.
It can happen even after 50 years.
It could happen in another life.
Timing is his. Huh? Yes, it could happen
Sometimes
in another life.
Oh, what did I do? I'm born a queen. What have I done? Huh?
So, you know, when I go to Shirdi, I find that place very energetic, very magical. There is a lot of, you know, I feel like he has, you know, usne siicha hai, you know, he's like actually nurtured that space so that, you know, he knew that when people will visit that place and when they will keep their feet on that place, they will get healed or they will clear the karma.
Yes.
I see the dhuni as a healing object. I see Vibhuti as a healing, you know, tool that he has left for us. I see the neem tree as the wish fulfilling tree. Like I see Shirdi in a very different way, you know, than just a place where there's a temple and we go to visit God. How do you see Shirdi?
Home.
Amazing.
For me, Shirdi is like being home. As a child, we would go very, very, very often. It wasn't that crowded then.
Yes.
My papa was from Ahmednagar district. So that's like, I would say it's in my DNA.
Yeah.
And mom was from Pune. Of course, I grew up in Mumbai, but a lot of visits. And it was so strong that, you know, my mom, I'm very grateful that she recognized that in me. She never stopped me. I would get up in the morning, you know, we would bathe and all, go for Kakar Aarti. Before that, I would run into the Dwarka Mai and help the Panditji. Those days it wasn't crowded. So I would say, Mala
Yes.
diya, I want to make the diya, I want to
Yes.
put the har, I want to put the flowers. And they were also very kind, they
So
would just
many
allow
diyas we
it.
could
Yeah,
put over
yeah,
there. It
yeah.
was beautiful.
And then I would go running to the Samadhi Mandir because that time,
Yes.
Kakad Aarti is about to start. So especially in like winter,
Oh.
you're running because it's so cold.
I have the same
Yeah, and then when
experience.
you go inside the Samadhi Mandir, it's like as if you just feel warm.
Yes.
As if there's a embrace of a Mai Bap, of your mother, father, like I call my Sai, my true Mai Bap. It's a warm envelope of embrace, of love. Climb up to his Samadhi, do his Abhishek, sit in the Kakad
Beautiful.
Aarti.
That was beautiful times. Even I've done that
come
as a
out,
child.
sit under the neem tree,
Yes.
blissful.
Yes.
Go to Dattadev, go to Nandip, go to the Chowdi, all of it. Then I would just go into the houses, and because I was Maharashtra, so I could, speak the language. Go into their houses, Lakshmi Bai, Tatya Patil,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
old devotees' homes,
It's
eat
beautiful.
pitla bhakri with them, chat about Baba, and just come back. It was just like I knew the ways.
Yes,
I won't
yes,
say anything
yes,
else. I will
yes.
rest it at
I
that.
agree with
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That
So-
enlivened my, memories of
Yeah, because
me in the
because it's not-
Kakarati. It was beautiful.
Yes, and it's a continuous process, right? So Shirdi was a small village. Today it is a pilgrim town
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
center facilitating over 4 lakhs devotees daily.
Yes, yes,
Still being done beautifully, managed beautifully,
Beautifully.
because that is all His grace.
yes.
Because that is His promise. You see, you have to understand, Baba always kept his word. And that is something, as a devotee of Sai, you have to imbibe if you want to hear him. His words were never, never, never random. And he has said this in the Sai Satcharitra. He tells Bapu Sahib Bhuti, build the Wada. We will love, laugh, and live there. And living he is. 103 years after his
Oh,
Mahasamadhi. Yes.
I have had a magical
Yes.
experience over
Yes.
there. I have seen him in real
Yes,
form.
absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Yes, so he is very Jagrut, and that is why people flock. And they do it because they're experiencing him. Divine is not
100%.
is experienced.
100%.
It's experienced. Yes.
Tell us more about your seva in the mandir. Is there any particular experience of some devotee who comes there which has moved you as a person, or some magical experience a devotee coming there has happened, like, they have faced, they've come and shared with you? Anything that you could
So
share with us?
too many to mention, but I
Huh.
will. So firstly, the mandir is just like Shirdi. It's a mandir of seva and love. Sabka Malik Ek. That is a form, completely followed. Even a maidservant or even, anyone from any economic strata of society will get to do the aarti. It's not ritualistic. You can offer something, you don't offer something, it doesn't matter. Baba is only seeing your heart, And it's really a treasure. I'm very grateful to Saima and Zaidama or Zaima, like my son lovingly calls her sister. And this beautiful Sai family, serving each other, loving each other, growing together, being there for each other, serving Sai. It's a living temple. So it is very, very, very beautiful. If there is something, we all pray for each other. It's so profound. So I will share with you one devotee. I won't name her, but she had a miraculous. It was like another lifetime she got. She had gone to Kashmir for a holiday, and I think something happened to her in the cold, and she just went completely numb. And her husband was shocked, and they had to airlift her. They didn't know what to do because those days, Jammu Kashmir, there were no flights out after 2 p.m. because of security reasons. He was standing in his hotel lobby and, he was like trying frantically to figure something out. This person standing next to him says that, and who is wearing a nice Baba chain here, what's the matter? So he's like, this has happened. He's like, okay, don't worry. I have a personal charter flight. We can fly her out right now. She comes straight to Beach Candy Hospital. Doctors say, oh, we don't know. She's like almost comatose. We don't know what's going to happen. Baba gives messages, put Udi, do this, whatever. all of his messages, all of his prayer, and the Udi started responding to her beautifully. She came out of hospital. When she came back home, they said, "You will not walk. You may never walk."
Wow.
Baba said, "No, come to the mandir. Come, do your arti, do your parayan." See, reading the Satcharitra is a very, very, very powerful thing.
I'm
also.
sure.
I will share about that later. And she did come. And Baba instructed her to walk. And she climbed the stairs. And as of today, she's in Dubai having a great holiday with her son and family. So, yes, lots of miracles. He's very kind. Very, very, very kind.
So, for this is for all the children of Baba who, believe in him, but they still have this mind, which takes them into doubt, which takes them into, they know that Baba will do it, but there is still a part of them that will be like, hoga ki nahi hoga, karega ki nahi karega, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
So, how would you like to help them?
So, like I say, Baba asks only for two things, two pies, faith and patience, Shraddha and Saburi. Backed up by intelligence, of course. He says that very clearly. See, today's world, this is Kali Yuga. So, there will be a lot of pulling, especially the mind. The mind will be pulled here, the mind will be pulled there. But what happens is, if you practice dhyana, so that is the effort you have to make to Baba. Meditate on sign. No matter what is going on around you. Baba says in the Satcharitra also, let this world go topsy-turvy. You be where you are. What does he mean by this? He doesn't mean that you keep standing over there. But he says, give your mind, let your mind be steady. Let your mind be in a space where you are fixed your mind on me. Wherever you are placed in life, you have to do what you have to do. But give your mind to me. Once you start living in that dhyan, and once you start living in that space of prayer, you will see a shift in your energy. After that also, please read the Sai Satcharitra. I say Baba's Sai Satcharitra is a treasure. It's like the more you delve into it, the more gems of knowledge you will get. It's a very, very powerful yet extremely simple language, written in extremely simple language to live in today's world. All the answers are there, in fact.
Yes.
And if you read it daily, like I said, it is like literally you will be looking at life very differently all the time because it will grow with you. It's a growing experience. It's not a book. Okay, you've read it and put it back on the bookshelf. It's not like that.
I have seen many people doing that.
Yes.
And I keep telling them, even in my group when we do the Saiparayan.
Yeah.
So I tell them, after reading the chapter, please write something you learned from that.
Yeah, reflect on it.
Because people just read it and they say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And don't do that.
Yeah.
Understand and then imbibe it in your daily life when you're going to live
Absolutely.
what has been written there.
Yes.
That's what he wants you to
But
do. That's why he's written the
as
book.
simple as that. And when you start living that life, or when you start living the way you practice the Satcharitra, like I say, when you start practicing it in your daily life, automatically it'll happen. You'll get the answers. Your faith will be, so
Doubled.
profound. It will keep doubling because that's the energy you are also creating.
Yes.
And that's what you're giving your energy to, right?
Yes.
So I say something very sweet and simple. You are the gardener of your life. You have the gardening can, the watering can in your hand. Every single day, you have a choice. You want to water the roses or you want to water the weeds. Whatever you water will grow. Remember this very carefully. Whatever you water will grow. The choice is yours.
Yours. That's true.
Yes, it's as simple as that.
And I will also add here, I have learned this with Baba's messages only. Like another way to instill your faith stronger is to listen to the artis.
Absolutely.
So, whenever the mind is running here and there,
Yes.
he says just listen to my artis
Yes.
4 times a day.
Absolutely.
When you're in worry and you're constantly you're going to break down, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
I think just, listening to the artis is
that's
so
the part
beautiful.
Of prayers, right? When you're praying, either you say your petition. Petition is a part of your prayer. But the arti, and artis, you can, so at at my home, the Aarti is playing constantly. Whether I'm there, not there, it's on. My son is at university. He's a first year student. Even in his room, the Aarti is just playing. It's playing because it is creating that vibration. It is actually going into your divine spirit.
Correct.
It's that powerful.
What do you think is important? A ritualistic prayer or just you connect to Sai, closing your eyes and speaking to him? I connect just to him. I don't go in for
Yes,
rituals. But
yes.
what is your take on this?
So, I'm going to divide this word. Spiritual. Spirit, ritual. Spiritual. Whatever you are doing, it has to come from the spirit. It has to come from inside. If you're doing something, there has to be a feeling, a bhavna, an inner desire to do it. Actually want to put a coconut to Baba. I'm just giving you an example with all your desire. But if you're doing something with none of these, it's very shallow and
Correct.
it does not have much value.
Correct.
Having said that, to connect with Baba is the most beautiful thing.
Yes.
But that requires practice. That requires a very high sense of discipline and a very high sense of grace from him. It does happen. It's not like it's not going to happen, but you will have to make effort. It's like a frequency, you know. You tune in that radio. You want to hear FM, you want to hear Radio Mirchi, you want to hear Baba. Oh, here, not there.
Very true. I agree with you
Okay.
completely.
So you can, you go into that frequency, you focus on him, you give your dhyan to him. Yes, 100%. You communicate. And of course, prayer is a prayer. For that, all you have to do is close your hands,
Yeah.
pray from the full sincerity, bottom of your heart to him. He is listening. Ritualistic, like I said, if you're not going to be, it's not coming from within,
Then don't do it.
don't do it. I mean, you can do it, but it holds no
So it's a
value.
choice. If you feel like doing it, do it. But
Yeah.
connecting to him or having a good intention.
you should feel it.
And that purity of connect is more important
Absolutely.
than anything
Whatever
else.
you're doing, but do it from your heart. Sometimes you feel, oh, wow, I've done this. I want to put some pedas to Baba. I want to do this. That's great.
That's
Or-
great.
Or even if it's out of respect, like your mom may have done it or your dad. And
Yes.
maybe you don't have time, but, they say, beta, please do this. Okay. Baba likes that, huh?
Yes.
He likes respect a lot.
Yes.
But any force, any sort of not coming from within, I'm just saying, it has not much value.
Yes.
That's all.
True.
So it's how you define what you're doing. It has to come from the spirit.
Agree.
Spirit ritual. Okay?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah.
well put.
Yeah.
Rituals that come from your spirit are good, very good to do. But
Yes.
the rituals that come just from a shallow mind.
Yeah, or rigidity, yeah.
It should not, disturb anyone. You have to do what you have to do and then
Yes.
you don't do what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's all about it.
Yes.
You don't have to, there is no force, there is no way. Baba always said, you don't need to fast, you don't need to do anything.
no.
I'm here, I'm here.
Yeah, like he says, I'll quote you right the first page of the Satcharitra, not the chapter, the first page, where it's an extract from the Bhagavad Gita, which Baba says that whosoever offers to me a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, that offering of pure love and devotion of the
Yes.
pure and self-controlled man is readily and willingly accepted by me.
Very true,
Yes.
very well put.
So
Amazing.
in that zone, anything is fabulous.
Yes.
That's all.
So coming down to, Baba's lived a life. What we have seen is very simple life. Okay. He's truly lived a life of, very basic simplicity, cutting the frills and fancies and showing us that nothing is important. Nothing is important. Having two jodas, you just wear and little bit of food and that's all we need to survive. And you can still live an enriched life where you have this, you are I can't even say the magnanimity of his energies that he is as a person. But when we see a lot of Baba's children, they love Baba for his simplicity, but they themselves are still in this flamboyant space, doing what they need to do. It's fine. It's good to be what they're doing. But what is the quotient of how much they should do and how much they should not do?
So balance is the key. We're all placed. See, Baba was a spiritual master, is a spiritual master. He lived a very austere life because that is how spiritual masters live, right? They are not a slave to anything, anything.
True.
And they are here to teach us the path. Having said that, he says it very simply. In the same chapter of Kaka Sahib Dikshit's Maid, if I may bring to your notice, that whatever is bestowed upon you, be happy with that. So it's okay if you've been, been given a life, a very resourceful life or a very enriched life in terms of even materialistic or economic status, but don't be a slave to it.
Don't be attached to it.
Don't be attached. Don't be a slave, and let it not define who you are. Let it not. I am wearing this dress of so and so designer. No, it does not. I'm wearing a dress because I need to wear a dress.
Then you can wear any designer or not designer.
Matter.
That is
it
not.
It doesn't matter. And having said that, I'm going to quote again from Sai Satcharitra, Baba's own words. If wealth and money is used only for personal enjoyment and gain, it is wasted. Please understand, this is a barkat. If you are born with a certain economic strata where you are blessed, where you don't have to think of any of the basics, you're already comfortable, or maybe you're already very luxurious, please understand the higher purpose of this life.
Very
Recognize it, share, go beyond yourself. You have the means to. You can change so many things in this world. And that is an empowerment he has endowed you with. If you do not recognize that, like he's saying, if it is wealth only used for these purposes, it is wasted. It is wasted. The karma is wasted. The dharma is wasted. Sad.
Very true, very true. Yeah, it is sad.
So
because
balance
I've
is
seen
the
many
key.
people, when they have the resources, they give.
Yeah.
But they give from a space of expectation.
Yeah.
They give from a space of
Ego.
Ego.
You'll
I
be
am giving.
surprised.
Yes. I have seen that. So I try and make them understand, like if you want to give, like they say, if you give from your right hand, even your left hand should not know. That's how it should be, But it's so difficult for people to come to that point.
Because you are not the doer. When you realize
100%,
that.
because nothing is mine.
Absolutely.
Even this wealth doesn't belong to me.
Absolutely.
It is his given.
Exactly.
And when he's given it, who am I to give it to anyone else?
Exactly. So when that doership is gone, the ego is annihilated.
Yes.
In a state of egolessness, it is just magic.
Tell me, what does Baba want from his children?
He wants them to live a life where they live beyond themselves. In any little way. In your daily life,
Yes.
practice some sort of uplift someone's soul, touch someone's heart,
Yes.
spread his light, spread his message, his most powerful energy of love and kindness. Yeah, speak of him, speak of his love, speak it again and again.
Yeah, like even Sai Seva, there's so many forms of
Yes,
Sai Seva.
yes,
It is not
yes.
necessary to do Seva only from one, like if I'm going to a temple and I'm doing Seva. No, whatever I'm doing, even if I'm a teacher in a school and just nurturing those children can be Seva of Sai, If I am like a cook, I just cooking food and serving. Like I saw this lady in a, she was running a cafe and she was so beautiful. She was actually Guru Nanak's, from there, but she was also a Sai disciple. When she came to Bombay, she said, I have got connected to Sai very, very strongly. Like, how he has his ways of connecting to people. And she said, I said, what you love about your, this cafe? She said, I love serving food. It's like Guru Baba had taught us, to do langars. So I come from that thing. And Sai also says to distribute food. So I feel I'm making people eat food. So I was thinking in my mind, I was like, oh my God, that is such a beautiful. And she used to run Houseful. And I'm sure she'll become a huge success with many, many more branches because the bhav from where she was coming and the state of mind from where she was coming was phenomenal.
So going beyond yourself. Sometimes you may not, even in a simple, like you're walking on the road and maybe you don't even have something on you to give but you can just smile.
Yeah.
It'll lighten
So
up someone's day.
So true.
Huh? It costs nothing.
So true.
Yeah.
Tell us about one prayer that resonates most with you, a Sai prayer, which, which can help the devotees, further.
So, there's this prayer after you finish your Parayan, but you don't necessarily have to do it after your Parayan. It's at the end of the Sai Satcharitra. It's a short prayer, but it's very powerful. So we can say it together and say it, when you say it from the sincerity of your heart. That, Deva, this is what I'm offering you. With my entire heart and soul. In that state, you say to him, Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha. O Sai Baba, we wave lights before you, the bestower of happiness to our jivas. Give us, your servants and devotees, rest under the dust of your feet, burning, destroying desires. You remain absorbed in yourself and show the Lord God to the aspirants. As one feels intently, you give him experiences or realizations accordingly. O kind-hearted, your power is such. Meditation on your name removes our fear of the samsara. Your method of work is really unfathomable, as you always help the poor and the helpless. In this Kali age, you, the all-pervasive Datta, have really incarnated as Shagun Brahma. Ward off the fear of the samsara of the devotees who come to you every Thursday, so as to enable them to see the feet of the Lord. O God of gods, I pray that let my treasure be the service of your feet. Feed Madhav, and in this space you can say whoever you are praying for or even your own name. Also with happiness, just as the Chatak bird fills with pure water. Thus keep up your word. Amen. Hence bow to Shri Sai. Peace be to all. Peace be to all. And peace be to all. Shri Sachidanand Sadguru Sainath Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Ho Deva.
Jai Ho Deva.
Jai Ho. Thank you.
So beautiful. Amazing.
Likewise. Always.
It was really, really, really nice talking to you, Shilpa. And I think our audience must have taken back a lot with them today. All science children would love to hear what we have spoken. I'm sure of it. And hoping to see you more. And let's end this. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Anita. And thank you, Baba. He's arranges everything beautifully.
Yes.
Jai
Thank
Sai.
you, Des. Jai
Yes,
Sai.
Jai
Om
Sai.
Sai Ram.
Thank you. Thank you.